Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everybody is doing okay. So today is the 31st of December 2021, which means that it is New Year's Eve today. So I woke up like in the morning just reflecting and thinking, what kind of year did I have? What kind of year has this been, And I thought to myself, a thought came to me and I said, ever since I came to Christ, actually, I've never been able to say I've had a bad year. Even when I had to go through some hardships and difficulties, but I've never been able to call them bad when I reflect back, because God works them out for my good. And because, I see the hand of God in those things, So therefore, whenever you see the hand of God, it's all good, So it's like God has called me to step into difficult things, like the things that I've had to do this year and the Lord has had to call me into were all things that I didn't really want to do. I didn't want to step into, but I had to be obedient and I had to just surrender my will to God's will. It hasn't been easy, but I have seen the hand of the Lord, and that has made it all good. Like, God has called me to obedience, to say that he will carry me through and he will lead me and guide me as I go through those things and as I step into those things. And I've seen his hand. So it's literally been a good year. It's literally been good. And I was just reflecting and saying, wow, Lord, really, ever since, each and every year, ever since, I think this is now my I got saved, I got born again in 2019, was a good year. 2020 was a good year. Now it's 2021. So let's say 3 years in a row, I can say I've had a good year. Even when things has happened that were not so good at the time that they were happening. And I realized that before that, I feel like if I wasn't walking with God and had the fellowship of the Holy Spirit in my heart, I wouldn't be able to step into the will of God. I wouldn't be able to obey God when he instructs me to step into something. And that is how I ended up having a bad year, because disobedience wreaks havoc in your life. So now that I have the Holy Spirit that is imparted in me, that guides me and leads me into obedience and leads me into the will of God and lead me into stepping into the will of God, when my human mind and my human eyes are saying, no, don't do that, that is not right, that is not going to be good for you, that's not good for you, step away from that. But God will be like, do it, If I wasn't born again, I wouldn't be able to step into the will of God, because I would be only living according to my flesh, according to my human eyes, according to my human nature, which most of the time our human nature calls us to step away from the will of God. Our human nature is always against the will of God, But now the Lord really calls me to step into the will of God and calls me into obedience. And really the conviction of the Holy Spirit will let me know and says that, listen, this is the route that you need to take. This is what you need to do. And I see, as I step into it, I'm able to see God, and I can be able to see God leading me and instructing me and guiding me and carrying me through those things. I can see God fighting my battles. I can see him, achieve victories for me. When I literally accomplish something, I'll be like, no, that was God. It was not me. In my mind, in my human mind, I would not be able to do that. I would not be my abilities. I would not have been able to do that if I did not have God in me. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but I was just really reflecting on that and thinking that, really this year has been a good one, and I've seen the hand of the Lord, and I just really, really thank the Lord for calling me into those things and surrendering my heart to the Lord and my life to the Lord, and just allowing the Lord to really take over and live my life for me. And really I thank him for the ability to letting go of my life and losing my life and giving it to him in order to save it. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.